Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're looking at more of the 2016 Manitoba Math Contest, the MMC. And we're looking at question number 2. So 2 has 2 parts. A part, a triangle initially has area 100 square units. If its base is increased by 10%, and its altitude, or height, is decreased by 10%, what is its new area? Okay. So we have some triangle, we only know its area, but we're talking about base and height, so that brings to mind a very particular formula. So we have a formula, we have a triangle here, and we have a height, we'll call it h, and we have a base b, and the only thing we're really told about this triangle is that 1/2 base times height is 100. So then we do things. We stretch the base and we shrink the height. We get a new base. And it's going to be 10% more, or 110% of, or 1.1 times the old base. Okay. So why am I choosing to write it this way rather than saying 10% greater than, or 101% of? Well, the reason I'm writing it this way is multiplicative. Our formula, 1/2 base times height, is multiplicative. So that's why I'm choosing to write it this way. We also get a new altitude or new height. It's 10% less than the old one, h. I don't know what h is, but I do know my new height is 10% less than, or 90% of, or 0.9 times h, the old height. So our new triangle's area is 1/2 times the new base, times the new height, which I now have in terms of the old base and old height. So I can pull out 1.1, I can pull out 0.9, and what I'm left with is 1/2 BH. I know exactly what that is. So the new triangle's area is 1.1 times 0.9 times 100. Well, we can take the 0.9, multiply it by 100, and we get 90. And then with 1.1 times 90, we can quickly get 99. All right. So we could even have a little statement, the new area, the new triangles area is 99. You could say 99 square units because that's what they use in the question, but we really just want our final answer at 99. So that's A part. B. What number is found 2/3 of the way from 1/7 to 1/5 on a number line? Okay. So we could we could draw a picture of our number line. It's gonna keep going, but we really only care sort of between 0 and 1 here. 1/5 is probably somewhere down here, and 1/7 even closer to 0. Okay. So we have some distance here, d, and we sort of want to go 2/3 of d towards 1/5. There's 2 ways we could do this question. One, we could calculate what d is. So use the distance between those two. So 7 minus 5 over 35. Just doing the fractions really quickly. So d is a total length of 2/35. And we want, from 1/7, we want to go 2/3 of this distance towards 1/5. So we add on to 1/7 2/3 of this distance. So we get 1/7 plus 4 over 105. We want to add these. We need a common denominator. 7 times 15 is 105. So we can get 19 over 105. And that would be our final answer. That's one way we could do it, first calculating these distances. Now there's another way you can do it. It's called a weighted sum. You are most likely familiar with it, if you're familiar with it at all, in the form of calculating the midpoint between 2 points in Cartesian planes. So if we have x1, y1 over here, and x2, y2 up there, halfway between them, you can calculate that really quickly by averaging the x-coordinates and averaging the y-coordinates. So averaging, I thought you just said weighted sum. So when you average something, you're treating each number equally. And you're multiplying it by 1 over however many numbers we've got. We're not going to be treating 1/7 and 1/5 equally. Right? We want to be closer to 1/5 than we are to 1/7. So we're going to place special emphasis on 1/5. So we can get a weighted sum here, 2/3 of the way to 1/5. So 1/5 gets the 2/3. And then all the weights have to add up to 1. So what do we weight 1/7 by? 1/3. So now we can get 2 over 15 here. 1 over 21. And again, we got to clean this up a little bit with our fractions. 14 over 105 plus 5 over 105. We get 19 over 105 again. Both ways are equally fine. One of them avoids doing an extra side calculation for this distance here. But as long as you explain what you're doing, either weighted sums or calculating the distance is fine. You get 19 over 105. So that was question number 2. In the next video, we're going to tackle question number 3, which appears to involve some circles. So join me then, and of course, thank you for watching.